What if everything you've been taught about getting rich is completely wrong? 800 years ago, a Persian sage named Sheikh Saadi discovered something that completely destroys our modern understanding of wealth. He witnessed empires fall, kings lose everything overnight, and the richest merchants become beggars in a single day. But he also noticed something incredible. The wise teachers and scholars, no matter what happened, they always survived. They always rebuilt. They always found a way to thrive. This led Saadi to a realization so powerful, it can transform your entire life in the next 10 minutes. Assalamu alaikum, and welcome to Noor Al-Salikeen. Before we dive into Sheikh Saadi's profound wisdom, if you're genuinely interested in changing your relationship with success and wealth, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. These 15 lessons from Sheikh Saadi are going to challenge everything you think you know. This is lesson number 1, and I have to warn you. What you're about to learn might be uncomfortable. It goes against everything society teaches us about money and success. But if you're ready to discover the truth that has guided wise people for centuries, let's begin. Right now, as you're watching this video, millions of people are grinding 12-hour days, chasing promotions, checking stock prices, and losing sleep over money. But here's what's terrifying. Studies show that lottery winners are more likely to go bankrupt within 5 years than regular people. Celebrities with millions still struggle with depression. Tech billionaires still fear losing everything. So what's going wrong? What are they missing that Sheikh Saadi figured out 800 years ago? Saadi witnessed something incredible during his lifetime. He saw the Mongol Empire destroy entire cities, watched kings lose their kingdoms overnight, and observed how the wealthiest merchants could become beggars in a single day. But he also noticed something else. The wise teachers, the knowledgeable scholars, no matter what happened to them, they always found a way to rebuild, to survive, to thrive. This led him to a profound realization. Wealth is a shadow. Wisdom is the sun. Let me tell you about the most powerful conversation in history. A king once summoned Saadi to his golden palace and asked him a question that would expose the biggest lie our society believes. Saadi, the king said, surrounded by his treasures, who is truly richer, the man who owns gold mines or the man who owns knowledge? Now, remember, this king could have Saadi executed for the wrong answer. But Saadi looked him straight in the eye and said, "Your Majesty, the wealthy man spends his nights fearing thieves, but the wise man sleeps peacefully. Why? Because his treasure is locked inside his mind where no one can steal it." The king fell silent. For the first time in his life, he realized that despite all his guards, all his walls, all his armies, he was actually poorer than a wandering teacher who owned nothing but wisdom. But Saadi wasn't done. He continued, "Your Majesty, if you lost your kingdom tomorrow, you would become a beggar. But if I lost everything, I would still be rich, because I can teach, I can guide, I can solve problems. My wealth grows every time I share it." Now, you might be thinking, that's just ancient philosophy, but let me blow your mind with some modern examples that prove Saadi was absolutely right. Steve Jobs died with billions, but what made him truly rich? His wisdom about design and innovation. That wisdom created Apple, changed the world, and still influences technology today. His money stayed with his family, but his wisdom transformed humanity. Look at Warren Buffett. Yes, he's wealthy, but what made him wealthy? His wisdom about investing. Now at 93, he's giving away his money, but keeping his knowledge, still teaching, still learning. Here's what's shocking. The Forbes list changes every year. Billionaires rise and fall. But the great teachers, philosophers, and wise leaders, their influence grows stronger with time. Aristotle has been dead for 2,300 years, but his wisdom still shapes how we think. Meanwhile, most of the richest people from 100 years ago, we don't even remember their names. But here's where it gets dangerous, and this is why most people fail. Our society has created the biggest trap in human history. We've been programmed to believe that wisdom and wealth are enemies, that you have to choose one or the other. This is completely wrong. Saadi never said money was evil. He said something much more profound. Without wisdom, wealth becomes a curse. Think about it. A fool with money becomes dangerous. They waste it on things that harm them. They make terrible investments. They trust the wrong people. They become arrogant and lose everything. But a wise person with money, they use it to create more value, help more people, and build something lasting. The combination of wisdom and wealth is unstoppable. Saadi identified 3 types of people in this world, and understanding this will change your life forever. First, the poor in both. These people have no money and no wisdom. They complain, blame others, and stay stuck forever. They're the majority. Second, the rich in money, poor in wisdom. These people have wealth but lack understanding. They might drive expensive cars but have no peace. They might live in mansions but have broken families. They have everything but feel empty inside. Third, the rich in wisdom. These people might not have much money yet, but they have something more powerful. They have the ability to create wealth, solve problems, and add value to the world. And here's the secret. They always end up wealthy too, because wisdom naturally attracts resources. But there's a secret 4th type that Saadi discovered, the rich in both. These are the people who understand that wisdom is the foundation of all lasting wealth. Now, here's where Saadi's teaching becomes truly mystical. In Sufism, wisdom isn't just about being smart or educated. True wisdom is a light from Allah that illuminates your heart and mind. This divine wisdom teaches you things no university can: patience in hardship, humility in success, and love in all circumstances. This spiritual wisdom does something amazing. It makes you attractive to opportunities, trustworthy to others, and peaceful within yourself. When you have this inner light, people want to do business with you, learn from you, and be around you. Saadi said, the wise person is never truly poor because they carry the treasures of heaven within them. This isn't just poetry. This is a practical spiritual technology for creating abundance in your life. So here's my challenge to you. And this is where most people will stop watching because it requires real work. For the next 30 days, spend just 30 minutes a day learning something new. Not entertainment, not social media, real knowledge that adds value to your life and others. Read books, take courses, learn skills, study your religion, understand psychology, master your craft. Watch what happens to your confidence, your opportunities, and yes, even your income. Because here's what Saadi knew that most people don't. When you become genuinely valuable to others through your wisdom, wealth has no choice but to follow you. This was just lesson 1 of our 15 timeless lessons from Sheikh Saadi. If this simple truth about wisdom versus wealth has already started changing how you think, imagine what the next 14 lessons will do to your life. Tomorrow, we're diving into lesson 2, the power of patience, and I'm going to share Saadi's secret technique that helped him survive 30 years of travel through dangerous lands. It's a technique that modern psychology has proven can literally rewire your brain for success. But here's what I want to know. What's one piece of wisdom that has changed your life? Drop it in the comments below, because your wisdom might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. And if this video made you think differently about success, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, because these 15 lessons from Saadi are going to transform how you see the world. Remember, choose wisdom, and you will always remain rich. Choose only wealth, and you may still feel poor. See you tomorrow for lesson 2.